Biden's disastrous exit from Afghanistan was on display for the world to see, and both our allies and enemies were watching. We took orders from the Taliban, handed over our military equipment, and lost 13 American lives. The Biden administration was incompetent and weak, and North Korea was noticing. Turns out they've been doing some military work behind the scenes. According to a report by the United Nations Nuclear Watchdog Agency, North Korea has resumed deeply troubling work on its nuclear reactor. Looks like Kim Jong-un is no longer listening to Joe Biden, or he is listening and likes what he hears. Joining me now, New York Post columnist Miranda Devine. Miranda, I put out a tweet when all of this kind of exploded, noting that Americans should beware, and there will be more terrorism, there'll be more violence, and they should look for adventurism by our enemies. This is a perfect example. What is your take on this? What are they doing?
Isn't it just, Tammy? This is just a little taste of what's to come in the next, 3 1/3 years of the Biden presidency to come. And the debacle with the withdrawal from Afghanistan has just put up in neon lights the weakness, the fecklessness and the incompetence of this president and his administration. Unfortunately, there are all sorts of unforeseen circumstances around the corner. All we know is that America's enemies have been waiting for this moment of weakness to pounce, and they will in every which way. And unfortunately, tonight, what should have been a good moment of leaving and ending that war in Afghanistan, which most Americans wanted, was so botched. It's done more harm than good. And, I can't believe that Joe Biden has let Antony Blinken, the Secretary of State, address the American people instead of the president doing it. But when he does do it tomorrow, he better not try a victory lap, because this has been a debacle in every way, and the massacres from the Taliban are only just beginning. They have $85 billion worth of our sophisticated technology and helicopters and equipment, including 7,000 of those biometric scanners. They've already been going door to door in pursuit of collaborators with America. The torments to come, and Joe Biden told us just less than 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, in that George Stephanopoulos interview, that he would not be leaving until he had every American. He didn't do that. Antony Blinken is trying to hose that down and say the United Nations has just issued a very sternly worded resolution. That's just delusional. This is not the way Islamist fundamentalists work. You should know that.
Yeah, this is, in listening to him, it was like someone who'd been living in a cave somewhere and had no idea of what had transpired over the last 30 years when it came to terrorism. A very strange attitude of contempt, in a way, for the American people. And at the same time, we've got this framework now with Afghanistan. Now we're going to do diplomacy from Qatar and all of that. It's as though they expect to just kind of walk away from this. But this is we're less than 2 weeks away from the September 11th anniversary. And they did this. This is the irony of what you note about how horrible his position is now. That this was really meant, I contend, and I think a few others do, because they wanted a photo op for September 11th. And this is what resulted.
Well, that is exactly the words that Kathy McCollum used, the mother of 20-year-old Marine Riley McCollum. She said, my son died so that you could have, Joe Biden, a September 11 photo op. And, it's hard to escape that conclusion, because this is a White House that is driven by optics, number one, and the entire premise of this withdrawal was not to do it in a safe and orderly way. It was to get out so that he would have a big trophy to brandish on September 11, and we should not allow him to do that.
That's right. Well, a great take on all of this, and thank you for your perspective. You've been in the midst of everything that's been happening here in New York and in the world as well, of course. Miranda Devine, thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.